Hello and welcome to day 6 of the Christmas cast-ons, or the 12 cast-ons of Christmas. My name is Amanda. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am taking part in a make along this year where you cast on 12 new projects, and this is being hosted by Angie from Yarn and Yarns, and I've been linking her YouTube channel to all of these videos as well. So yes, today is day 6, and today's cast on, I've had a little bit of a hiccup. So it is another cowl. I seem to be casting on a lot of cowls. It is another cowl, and I had picked out what I thought was the perfect yarn for it. So it's the Hot Cider Cowl by Helen Stuart, which is one of the knit vent patterns for 2023. And I thought I'd picked out the perfect yarn for it. And I picked out a fingering weight yarn that I had dyed myself, like a gingerbread colourway, or it's the Gingerbread Man colourway, which was part of my mystery yarn club from 2022. Anyway, so I picked that out. That's what I was going to use. And then when I had another look at it first thing this morning, I suddenly saw you need a DK weight yarn. So if you want to do the larger size, it's 2 skeins of DK weight, 200 grams. And I did then think, I have got this beautiful yarn that I wasn't really sure what I'm going to do with, which is from Sable Yarns, who have stopped dyeing now. I got it actually in their closing down sale effectively. And I have got 2 skeins of this, and it is really beautiful. And then it says you should hold it with, floof of some sort. And I remembered I had got some purple mohair left over from a previous project. Now, it's not the same shade of purple, but I think I'm gonna try it. And I also remembered I had got some leftover mohair, lace weight sparkly mohair that I'd used in a project. Now, there's not enough of this to do the whole thing, but I did think about putting in a few segments or a few sections with this rather than this. So it's going to be a bit of an experiment, if I'm honest, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't feel the same sense of excitement over it. I think because I just don't know if it's going to work. I don't know what this is going to knit up like. I don't know if it's going to work in like a lacy pattern, or whether you're going to lose. Are you going to lose the effect of the pattern, or are you going to lose the effect of the yarn? I don't know how that's going to go. Held with it. Anyway, so it's all a bit of an experiment. So, and at the moment, rather than being excited about the fact that it's an experiment, I'm feeling a bit trepidatious about it. But it should knit up quite quickly. And I'm kind of into cowls at the moment because, well, I don't know, just am. So, yeah, because I've got at least, obviously I've got the Litmus cowl on the go, the Betwixtmas cowl, and I have got another cowl that I'm planning on casting on, a much more complex colour work one that's going to be one of the 12 cast-ons next week as well. So there's a lot of cowls. But anyway, yeah, that's today's cast-on. That does mean obviously I've got to wind this yarn up, and but it uses 5mm needles and using DK weight, so it should knit up pretty quickly. I am going to do the larger size. It's got 2 sizes, which is small and medium. And it says to use 1 skein for the smaller size. So I had considered using a different skein of DK that I'd got, but then I thought I've got all of this, which really I do want to get that used up. That yarn, I'd used some of it in ranunculus that I've made, and it is from Yarn Garden, lace weight mohair, 75% kid mohair, 25% nylon. This was a very expensive skein of yarn that I got from Loop in London, and so I used some of it in a hat, and I do wear that hat, it's really pretty. So I feel like I'm going to add that in as well to give this a little bit of sparkle. So it's got, not only has it got stellina in it, but it's also got some tiny, tiny beads in it as well. So yeah, let's get these caked up and get started. And hopefully once I've got started on it, I can see if it's going to work, if I'm going to like it or not. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so I have got the yarn wound up and I've cast on and I've got started, and now I'm really enjoying this one. Yeah, as I was winding the yarn, I could see how pretty it was, so that was making me feel happier. I mean, I don't know why, it was obviously going to be pretty yarn. I think it's just because when I'd imagined knitting this cowl, I'd imagined knitting it with a very different yarn. And I've cast on and just on the first few rows. But what I've done is these purl ridges is where I've held the sparkly mohair, and then all the rest of it I've been holding that. And that's my plan. When I get into the main pattern, there are so many rows of a knit pattern. It's like a stocking stitch and eyelets, and then every so often you get a purl ridge. So every time I do a purl ridge, I'm going to use the sparkly. I think that might be it, that I just put the sparkly in for those purl ridges. And just, yes, the purple mohair, you can't really tell that it's there, but it's just that little haze. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how it's coming out, actually. So we're going to keep going for a bit longer. Good morning, everybody. Morning. I love my little knitted reindeer Christmas mug. It was a gift from Muffin Kate. So yes, it is Saturday morning, and as I've been doing most of the time now with these podcasts or these vlogs, is I've been showing you the next day the progress that I made on the project. So here's the update on the project from yesterday, which was, well, you've only just seen it, haven't you? The Hot Cider Cowl. Didn't tell you anything about the bag I put it in. This beautiful bag, I put it in this bag. It is made, actually it doesn't say that it's made with Harris tweed, but it's very in the style of Harris tweed. It's beautiful, isn't it? And it's from the Cocoon Tree. And I saw this, they had a stall at Yarndale. And I walked past the stall and this bag was hanging up, and I loved it straight away. And I said in my head, if it's less than £30, I'm buying that bag because it is so beautiful. I mean, it doesn't say that it's Harris tweed, but it's very much in the style of, and it has this thistle pattern inside. It's beautiful. Anyway, let's see how I got on with Hot Cider Cowl. I hit the 40% mark yesterday. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so pleased with it. Considering this time yesterday morning, I was unsure how this yarn was going to work, whether I was going to like it, etc, etc. But I love it. But also, I'm 40% of the way through, and I've still got all of this of the first ball. What I am now worried about is that I'm only just going to go into the second ball, and I'm going to have lots of the second skein left, which is going to be a bit disappointing. To be fair, there's nothing stopping me from making it longer anyway, so I may do that. It's absolutely beautiful, look. I cannot tell you how pleased I am with this. Absolutely gorgeous. I haven't got any lights on in the room today, actually, so and the lighting is quite grey and miserable out there, but it seems to be quite good. So I have well, last time you saw this, I had put in the stellina on those pearl ridges, and I said I was just going to do on the pearl ridges. I have also put them into just the row above each eyelet row. Now I don't think you can see the sparkle. That's probably because there is no artificial light. I've just got the natural lighting, so you can't actually see the sparkle, which is such a shame. I'm a bit congested this morning. So yeah, we've got sparkle on these 2 rows. There is a sparkle on the eyelet row, sparkle on the pearl bumps, sparkle on the eyelet, and I've just again done sparkle on the pearl bumps here. It's absolutely stunning. So pleased with it. Really love it. So this is the Hot Cider Cowl by Helen Stuart. And I've realised as well I've not always been putting photos up, so I'll try and remember to put a photo up of the actual pattern. So I wanted to get this recorded early on so that I can also, in a minute, record for today's cast on, because it's got a lot of winding involved in it. But yes, so that's coming on really well. I did some work on the Musselburgh hat last night, so I worked on that cowl all day yesterday. I had no other plans. I haven't got any other plans today either. And so I worked on that cowl all day yesterday, and then when it got to the evening, sort of like from 7 o'clock, I just worked on the Musselburgh hat. So that's coming on well too. Right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the lovely comments. And don't forget, if you're joining in, Ange has a Ravelry group. But yeah, feel free to leave messages on my videos as well, saying it's been lovely actually reading the comments from people about people who are joining in, people who are just doing 1 or 2 projects. Some people have said that it's because I've done a couple of cowls. A couple of people have said that it's occurred to them that they've got some nice yarn for a cowl, and of course cowl is quite a relatively fast knit as well. So yeah, thank you for all the lovely comments, and I will give you an update on the various projects that I work on. I'll give you an update on those. Perhaps the last vlog will be an update on them all, and then also my next podcast will be coming out the first weekend of January, not as in, yeah, it'll be the first full weekend of January, the 7th or 8th of January. No, 6th or 7th. Around that time anyway. Okay, bye for now. See you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.